Okay, so here's another video on that Tokin, whatever, toy grade RC to hobby grade RC. So yeah, we got the servo on there good. We did the ESC, the 1080 ESC inside. Yeah, it actually goes pretty darn good. I bought new tires for it. I discussed that in my last video about these rims were so weird, so I got to figure out what the hub size is behind, and then I'll order a good set of rims. But today we are doing shocks. So my brother had these fancy orange shocks. Don't have a clue what brand they are. They're oil filled. They're really nice shocks. As you can see, pretty nice shocks. These is what came on it. Just a spring, piece of plastic, pretty much junk. So I've already got the front ones on. I lost a little bit of travel because these shocks are awful long, but hey, free's a good price. So we still got some travel here. We can still articulate a little bit. So yeah, not too bad. She still does pretty good. I think we'll be okay. So you can see these shocks here. We've got some good suspension there, not a whole lot of travel. The back ones, you can see how they work. They kind of bend, and you can kind of see it like right there. They're kind of bent. So they're just a bar that goes through a plastic hole, so there's nothing to keep it straight once it starts to go down. And so these were just hanging up everywhere. So it looks like these shocks may have lifted it just a little bit. It does look a little bit higher in the front end. I'm going to go ahead and put the back ones on and see what she does. I'll be with you in a minute. Okay guys, so I've got the two back shocks on. I wanted to address this. So these are my hubs or whatever that comes out. So this is a 8mm socket, 6-point, and it does not fit on there. I mean, maybe if I sanded it down a little bit it might fit, but I mean, it doesn't go on all the way. This is a 9mm, and you can see there's a little bit of play in there. So I'm thinking I'm gonna have to try to find, whoop, sorry I lost you. Do that again. This is an 8mm. As you can see, it kind of catches, but it doesn't go down any farther. This one is a 9mm, and you can see it's sloppy. So I think I'm gonna have to try to find a pair of 8mm rims, if they make them, or adapters for an 8mm to a 12mm, and then go with 12mm. So anyway, and yeah, these are the funky rims I was telling you about. They're completely solid. They're like a bead lock, but one side of the rim has a bigger diameter than the other side. Really stupid. So I'm going to be trying to look for a set of those. Okay guys, shocks are on all the way around. Doesn't seem bad. I mean, it doesn't have as much travel as what it did before. We still got a lot of movement here, so I'm really not too worried about it. You know, still got a little bit of articulation there, not as much as what it had before, but like I said, these shocks are shorter, or have a shorter, they're longer, so it makes it not have as much suspension travel. But they were free from my brother, so that's a good deal. Tires back on. You can see the suspension now works pretty good, not bad. You know, she still's got a lot of flex in it, so we're gonna go with that. And like I said, I think I'm gonna try to get a pair of 8mm to 12mm adapters, because I have a lot of 12mm rims, and then I think I'll just try and just barely sand those shafts so that I can get the 8mm adapters on there. Anyway, we'll take her out for a rip and see what she does with these new shocks. Thanks for watching.